If you have a cough that just won't go away, see your doctor. It might be a sign of a more serious condition. You should see your doctor before 2 weeks if you have other symptoms with your cough, such as wheezing, difficulty breathing, thick phlegm, green or yellow phlegm, weight loss, and swelling of the ankles.
Good. So 2 weeks and longer, you need. It's good to see a doctor. If you have, for instance, before 2 weeks, as mentioned, if you are wheezing, breathlessness, thick phlegm, thick, come from yellowish, from you spit it out, cough and spit it out, difficulty coughing, weight loss, or swelling of the ankles. You may have a lot of conditions. You may be coming down with pneumonia. You may have a pneumonia. That's very common. Or you may have other conditions. So it's good to see a doctor. 2 weeks and more, you need to check up. You need to check up and see a doctor. Something serious is happening, and especially you have other difficulties with it. So these are conditions you don't want to take chances. You don't want to stay home and take bush. No, bush, it can be helpful, but up to a certain point, as mentioned earlier, you need to draw the line. We need to draw the line and take corrective measures and go see a doctor. That's what they're there for. They'll diagnose you and they'll treat you accordingly. Good, good. So another area is weight loss, sudden weight loss.
If you haven't been trying to lose weight and lose 5 to 10% of your body weight over 6 months, see a doctor. This could be a sign of a few different conditions, including thyroid problems, diabetes, liver disease, depression, cancer, medication side effects, dysphagia, which is trouble swallowing, Crohn's disease, celiac disease, or ulcerative colitis.
Good. So weight loss. If you haven't been trying to lose weight and you notice it, you're just losing weight. Your clothes are getting too big for you. That's a sign that you're losing weight. It could be quite a few problems. Diabetes is one, and in addition to that, weight loss, you may have frequent urination, diabetes, thyroid problems, liver disease, depression, cancer. Cancer is a common one. Loss of weight, unexplained weight loss, so to speak, cancer, medication side effects. Always remember, you can, if you're taking medicine, you can have side effects, and that can cause you to weight loss. The weight loss, dysphagia, inability to swallow, or you may have certain bowel conditions like Crohn's disease, celiac disease, or ulcerative colitis. All these are colon disease or conditions that will cause weight loss because they'll prevent absorption of nutrients that the body is so in need of. Good. So weight loss, unexplained weight loss, you're experiencing it. You don't want to take chances. You don't want to take. You need to draw the line. Good. So that's an area you need to think. What about having pain? Pain.
Seek medical attention if you have severe pain in your chest, abdomen, or pelvic area. Severe pain in those areas could indicate a problem with one or your internal organs. For example, chest pain could indicate a heart attack, and a lower abdominal pain could be a sign of appendicitis. Less severe pain elsewhere in the body may resolve on its own. Pains like muscle aches and soreness don't always require a trip to the doctor. However, if you have a pain that isn't getting better after a few days, make an appointment to get it checked out.
Good. So having a severe pain, and we need to take note, very much note of that one. Persons that are having chest pain and they're taking chances, they go and sleep. They go to bed, and we know what can be the consequences. But having pain, chest pain, you need to check it out. You need to check it out. It could be a heart attack. Abdominal pain, could be appendicitis, especially on the right side. Appendicitis. You can have appendix, you could have kidney problems, you could have liver problem, all of that. So if you have severe pain down there, then you need to check it out. It's always good to check it out. Pain is a symptom of some underlying condition. Just as a fever is a symptom of an infection, usually, pain is a symptom of underlying condition. So it's important to see what causing, know what causing, and have your mind at rest. Because sooner, if that's not done, it means that consequences can be grave if it's ignored. So less severe pain elsewhere in the body can resolve on its own. For instance, you jam your toe, you know what caused that pain. That's not a big deal. You hit your ankle, that's not a big deal. muscle pain, aches and pain, and those take a bit of time to heal. You can come to the pharmacy and we can give you something to rub locally, externally. The popular one is things like diclofenac and so forth. But anyway, these external preparations for muscle aches and pains, but the and soreness of muscles, those can do. But pain, and then if the pain isn't going away for a few days, you need to also see a doctor, because even if you hurt your ankle, you fall, and the pain is severe, it's not going away. Oh, you need to go to a doctor. Why? It could be a fracture. It could be a fracture. It could be a broken finger. It could be a broken toe. It could be whatever. It could be one of these things, especially if it's not going away. So we need to pay attention to pain. Don't take it too lightly. And wherever we feel the pain, that is so crucial. That is so crucial. I always tell persons, once it's chest pain, get it checked out. Once it's chest pain, shoulder pain, radiating pain, get it checked out. It could be a heart attack. That's it. Heart attack is always an emergency. It's always an emergency. So get it checked out. Don't sleep on that pain. Good. So let us take a quick break and we come back and review the other reasons why we should see a doctor.
Fresh Market Pharmacy has expanded to customers with its new additional location at best price. 2 convenient locations on the Dame Eugenia Charles Boulevard and at Best Price Riverbank. Fresh Market Pharmacy provides over-the-counter medication, health and personal care, prescription drugs, and natural supplements. Our experienced pharmacists and technicians provide the best quality services. Call 225-6883, 255-6875. WhatsApp 316-0310. Your prescription bill just got lower. Fresh Market Pharmacy has expanded to customers with its new additional location at best price. 2 convenient locations on the Dame Eugenia Charles Boulevard and at Best Price Riverbank. Fresh Market Pharmacy provides over-the-counter medication, health and personal care, prescription drugs, and natural supplements. Our experienced pharmacists and technicians provide the best quality services. Call 225-6883, 255-6875. WhatsApp 316-0310. Your prescription bill just got lower.
And carry, cash and carry, and carry, cash and carry. Cash and carry. We offer the finest selection of products that cater to your every need, from groceries to household essentials. Our shelves are stocked with quality items that are sure to impress. And guess what? We're not just straight for wholesale. We're also your go-to place for all your food service needs. Located right opposite the Immigration Department on King George V Street in Roseville, we take pride in providing you with an unforgettable shopping experience. Our friendly staff is here to assist you in each and every step of the way. Ready to place an order or have a question? Call us at 316-0184 or 255-6823. And carry, cash and carry, and carry, cash and carries. We can't wait to see
We are open 7 days a week with the top of the line products. We're out of stock, supermarket and pharmacy, health and beauty care, fresh produce and meats prepared daily, hot and cold kitchen, ready to go meals, sandwiches, salads, and desserts at your fingertips. Easy access, located on the bayfront, environment friendly, and our staff are approachable and ready to assist. Have you figured out who we are? You got it. Fresh your one stop.
Back to you.
Good. So we're looking at reasons that one should visit the doctor. We looked at pains, we looked at fever, and now we're going to look at mood changes.
Abnormal mood swings or confusion can be a sign of a mental health condition or a side effect of a medication. For example, irritability can be a sign of depression or a sleep disorder. It can also be a side effect of medications like steroids. Mood swings and confusion may also be an early sign of dementia. It's normal to have some mood changes. However, if you have a significant change that lasts several weeks, talk to your doctor.
Good, very good. So mood changes, mood swing. Take note of your mood, changing mood, and this can, if you're on medication, it might be a sign of those adverse effects on medication. But take note of mood swings and see a doctor. What about if you have a severe diarrhea?
If you have a severe diarrhea, see a doctor. Most cases of diarrhea go away on their own quickly. However, see a doctor if 1. You have 10 or more bowel movements in one day, your diarrhea isn't getting better after 2 days, your bowel movements are black or bloody, you have signs of dehydration, including a dry mouth, dark colored urine, low urine output, or dizziness. If you have acute abdominal pain, that is severe abdominal pain, if you have a high fever. If your child has diarrhea, take them to see a doctor if they have 10 or more bowel movements in one day, their diarrhea doesn't get better after one day, they have signs of dehydration, including not urinating for 3 hours, a dry diaper, dry tongue or mouth, crying without tears, usually tired or crabby behavior. If they have black color to their bowel movements, blood in their bowel movements, or a high fever.
Good, very good. So that's diarrhea. Good. What about if one has difficulty breathing?
It's normal to feel short of breath for a few minutes after strenuous exercise or when visiting higher altitudes. You may also have this feeling if you feel panic for a moment. However, feeling short of breath at other times is a sign that you need medical attention. If you have difficulty breathing that affects your everyday activities or shortness of breath that keeps you up at night, see a doctor. It might be a sign of a condition like heart disease.
Unable to, difficulty breathing. When you walk, you're breathless. That's not a good sign. Breathless. Any exertion, a little bit of exertion, you start to get breathless. You need to see a doctor. Difficulty breathing, or you're panting, can't walk, can't climb stairs, can't climb steps. No, 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 no. You need to see a doctor. So if you're not a customer going to see a doctor, you need to see a doctor. Again, prevention, precaution is good. And that's what we're helping to see the areas where you need to see a doctor. What about if you're experiencing undesirable side effects of medication? As we mentioned, medication have side effects. All the medication have side effects. What some people do, they stop taking it. It's not very good. Your doctor is the one to give you advice. So let Chantel tell us.
Most medications have side effects. Some of these side effects are minor and can be tolerated. However, in some cases, side effects can be difficult to deal with and may affect your everyday life. To reduce the risk of side effects, always take your medications as directed. Make sure to tell your doctor about all of the medications and supplements that you're taking to reduce the risk of interactions. If you do experience side effects of a new medication, let your doctor know as soon as you can. They may be able to recommend a different medication or adjust your dosage.
Yes, always remember that medications have side effects, and if you're on medication, it's not always right to just add to it without informing your doctor or the pharmacist, especially if you want to add supplements. Supplements, you come to the pharmacy, you supplements is good to take because your body need additional supplements because you may not get sufficient in your diet because you have to eat, eat how many bowls of fruits a day to get it, which is economically not viable. So you may need to take supplement. But once you're on medication and you're going to add a supplement, don't listen to your neighbor or your friend. No, 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 no. Take this because they don't know. In fact, the best person who knows about the interaction with the drug is the pharmacist. We are very much up to date as to how they interact, how drugs and food interact. And what's happening now, a lot of the drugs interact with food now because we have calcium in our diet, we have magnesium in our diet, we have iron in all of these things. We take that and they prevent, for instance, they may prevent the drugs from being absorbed, they may prevent the drug from being metabolized. So, putting it simply, they interact. So, always good to talk to your pharmacist. You want to add something, feel free to call us. And that's what we always tell you. We are there to give you the information that you need so that the outcome of your treatment can be good. And that's the objective of us at Fresh Market and Best Price. All the pharmacists there, we intend to do that, provide you with things. So you always do that. To reduce the side effects also of your medicine, take it at the recommended time. Take at the recommended time, not on your own or what you think, or listen to your friend who have no knowledge of the medicine at all. I say that because that happens all the time. And here in Dominica, once you're not feeling well, your neighbor normally would diagnose you quickly and offer treatment quickly. Your neighbor, that's culture. That's culture. But we have to be very, very cautious, very, very cautious. Unless it's a healthcare professional, we have to be very, very cautious. Always take advice from. And a lot of people go on YouTube and get advice. They're not feeling well, they go on YouTube and get advice. We need to be very, very, very cautious about that time. So take your medication as prescribed, and if you're feeling any have any side effects, you need to see a doctor, or preferably the pharmacist. And you should not stop the medicine like that. Your healthcare provider should advise you along those lines. Good. What about if you experience new symptoms after you do a procedure or surgery?
A fever, swelling, or redness around the incision, or the presence of pus after surgery could be signs that something is wrong. If you have any symptoms after surgery that seem out of the ordinary or unexpected, based on what you have discussed with your doctor, make an appointment. Symptoms that require immediate attention after surgery include shortness of breath, blue skin or lips, fast heartbeat, chest pain, or severe pain.
Yes, very good. So you've had a procedure done or surgery done, whatever procedure, and something not feeling right. Something you need to see a doctor. You need to see your doctor who did the procedure. Yes, and especially if you have, for instance, let's say you have shortness of breath, you never had that before. You have blue skin or lips, you never had that before. Fast heartbeat, you never had that before. Fast heartbeat, chest pain or severe pain. These symptoms you never had that. You see, don't stay home and try to do something. See a doctor right away. And usually the doctor tells you any signs or symptoms, call him or check him. That's so you just need to go along those lines. So clearly, it's important to see a doctor. It's important, even if you don't. We always encourage persons, even if you don't have any signs or symptoms, but having an annual checkup is so critical. To have an annual checkup, you do your routine checkup. Make sure you know your vitals. And then that's why we at Fresh Market and Best Price, we assist along those lines. For instance, today we have blood checks and sugar checks at Fresh Market. It's free of charge. We encourage you to come in, know your numbers. If you know it in advance, if you know those numbers, that will help you to care for yourselves. Care for yourself. So even that is so important. Routine checkup. You have no signs or symptoms. You have no pain. You're feeling well, but you still need a checkup. Just as how we care for whatever we have, our bodies need to be cared for. So clearly, seeing a healthcare provider or doctor is important when we have these signs. When we have signs, for instance, as we said, if one hit their head, we need to do that. If one has fever that don't go away, need to do that. Have a cough for 2 weeks or longer that is not going away, you need to see a doctor. Experience sudden weight loss, you need to see a doctor. Have severe pain, and we mentioned the different pains they may have, that they need to see a doctor. Have mood changes, swinging moods on medication, and if they're on medication, you also need to see a doctor. So all of these things, and difficulty breathing is so critical. If they have difficulty breathing, as we mentioned, because persons who are a bit weighty, because of poor lifestyle, sometimes, most times because of poor lifestyle, they're weighty. They tend to have clogged arteries, atherosclerosis into those coronary arteries, and they sort of clogged or halfway blocked. And this tend to restrict the movement of blood and nutrients and blood, oxygenated blood and nutrients into the heart, and of course into the heart, and also that may backfire in the lungs. You may have breathing problems. They may have heart problems, so you need to see a doctor. So all of these are critical, all of these areas. And as mentioned, even if we don't have signs and symptoms, it's good to have regular checkup. It's so important to have regular checkup. And we can't overemphasize the need for diet, balanced diet, nutritious diet, and the need for exercise, regular exercise, and adequate rest. Those are critical to remain as healthy as possible. That is critical. And of course, our diet should be, of course, not too much fats. We want to reduce the fats because that's why we always tell persons our diet now will tell our health later on as we get older. So based on the diet we eat, we take, we enjoy, it will tell later. If we have a very good diet and exercise, then we find that the conditions like chronic conditions like diabetes and heart disease won't really affect us so badly as we get older. So always watch our diet, and of course we want to do as much exercise as possible. So don't forget, today we have blood checks at Fresh Market. Come along and get your blood pressure checked, get your buy, get your sugar checked. The nurses are in the house. That's a service we provide. It's free of charge that we provide for you because we want you to remain healthy. We want you to maintain your health. And if you do have sugar or chronic conditions, we want to help you to care for yourself so that you can live a healthy life. Despite having the condition, you can live a normal and healthy life. Good. So that's it from us today from Fresh Market and Best Price, as the pharmacies that continue to provide you with the pharmaceuticals, the service, and also we provide you education information to care for yourself. So I want to wish everyone a pleasant weekend.
Fresh Market Pharmacy has expanded to customers with its new additional location at Best Price. 2 convenient locations on the Dame Eugenia Charles Boulevard and at Best Price Riverbank. Fresh Market Pharmacy provides over-the-counter medication, health and personal care, prescription drugs, and natural supplements. Our experienced pharmacists and technicians provide the best quality services. Call 225-6883, 255-6875, WhatsApp 316-0310. Your prescription bill just got lower.
This Christmas, Flow is making the season merrier when you add postpaid to internet. Unwrap a new smartphone for only $10. Plus, we're giving you 35% off your mobile bill. And win even more goodies with our Spin the Wheel Christmas promotion. This Christmas, the rewards are on us. Add postpaid to your internet plan today in store or visit discoverflow.co for more info. Terms and conditions apply. Flow, we keep your Christmas rhythm flowing. And carry, carry, and carry, and carry. Carry, we offer the finest selection of products that cater to your every need. From groceries to household essentials, our shelves are stocked with quality items that are sure to impress. And guess what? We're not just great for wholesale. We're also your go-to place for all your food service needs. Located right opposite the Immigration Department on King George V Street in Roseville, we take pride in providing you with an unforgettable shopping experience. Our friendly staff is here to assist you in each and every step of the way. Ready to place an order or have a question? Call us at 316-0184 or 255-6823. And carry, cash and carry, and carry, cash and carry. We can't wait to
We are open 7 days a week with the top of the line products. We're on stock, supermarket and pharmacy, health and beauty care, fresh produce and meat, prepared daily, hot and cold kitchen, ready to go meals, sandwiches, salads, and desserts at your fingertips. Easy access, located on the bayfront, environment friendly, and our staff are approachable and ready to assist. Have you figured out who we are? You got it. Fresh your one stop. Fresh market, In the Caribbean, Flash floods are common, making it essential for communities to develop strong emergency plans. Vulnerable groups like persons living with disabilities are often left unprotected during these events. To prevent this, both citizens and policymakers must prioritize climate mitigation and adaptation efforts to ensure the safety of all, especially the most at risk. Let's all unite, ensuring that no one gets left behind in times of disaster. Be proactive and do the right thing.
Real fun. Everything nice. Smart TVs, smartphones. Smart device. Who want a ham and turkey? Who want a smart device? Who want a bill pay? Who will digital me? Real connections, real rewards. Every week more is in store. Real connections, real rewards. I'm turkey and so much more. Why not it don't count and pocket that hurts you? A fresh market, a white day. We are open 7 days a week with the top of the line products. We're out of stock. Supermarket and pharmacy, health and beauty care, fresh produce and meats prepared daily. Hot and cold kitchen, ready to go meals, sandwiches, salads, and desserts at your fingertips. Easy access. Located on the bayfront, environment friendly, and our staff are approachable and ready to assist. Have you figured out who we are? You got it. Fresh your one stop. Everybody don't count and your pocket don't hurt you. Fresh market, never did a white day. Now is your season. You need a loan with no hassle, no security, and an attractive interest rate. Clearly, we understood the assignment. Come to NCCU and get it now. Get it now, seasonal loans of up to $10,000 at affordable monthly payments. Get yourself in season and get it now. Terms and conditions apply.
This Christmas, Flow is making the season merrier when you add postpaid to internet. Unwrap a new smartphone for only $10. Plus, we're giving you 35% off your mobile bill. And win even more goodies with our Spin the Wheel Christmas promotion. This Christmas, the rewards are on us. Add postpaid to your internet plan today in store or visit discoverflow.co for more info. Terms and conditions apply. Flow, we keep your Christmas rhythm flowing.
From the cradle to the grave, you don't want to do to me. You need a loan you want to save. You want come and visit us today. With a commitment to quality, therefore you was on the family, but now with the community, making life easy, like it. No matter who you are, you can benefit. When you bring your mortgage
with rates as low as 5% and loans for all your needs. Save for your golden years and take advantage of our savings product.
We will finance your business.
Checking accounts, all business loans, wire transfers, and so much more.
NCCU all the way.
Wow. Your community financial partner.
NCCU.
Think about the generations and to say we want to make it a better place for our children and our children's children, so that they know it's a better world for them and think they can make it a better place.
Are you ready? Are you ready to talk about how we can help the vulnerable members of society, our children, the elderly, and differently able? Are you interested in small business, education, job creation, and the environment? Then it sounds like you're ready. You're ready for Let's Talk Progress, a new uplifting show on Q95 every Saturday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Hosted by United Progressive Party. Together for Progress.
It's Kaiso. Yes, the Calypso season is upon us. Saturday, December 13, 2025 at the factory, Valley Road. Only $20. 8 o'clock, sitting only $30. Come here, the beginning of the season. And make sure you're there till the end. Many Calypsonians will be competing. Only 12 gladiators will make it. The grand eliminations for the 2026 Calypso season. Saturday, 13 December 2025. Remember, 8 o'clock at the factory. Come here, the funny songs, the serious songs, political songs, everything. Bring your family, bring your friends, bring your dog and come. Kaiso.
Wow, a new laptop.
Yep,
How much you pay?
only $10. This Christmas, sign up for any home bundle or the Tobo 400 internet plan or higher and get a laptop or tablet for only $10. And there's more. You can win even more festive prizes with our Christmas Spin the Wheel. That's faster, more reliable internet with same upload and download speeds and fantastic rewards. Sign up in-store today or visit online at discoverflow.co for more info. We keep your Christmas rhythm flowing.
But do you really have money to burn? What about your commitments? Have you paid your bills? What about your telephone bill, your light bill, your water bill? What are you going to use to pay your loan? A truck of stones? NCCU wants you to continue to make wise financial decisions that will not leave you stressed. Think of your commitments. Commit to your commitments. Commit to saving. And then you can have some money to burn.
NCCU.
All right, Dominique, we're here. It's 9:15. And of course, we have Jolly's Pharmacy coming up in the next few minutes. So I'm going to open up the lines. Give you time. We heard that Mr. Scarrett had that statement this morning, yesterday, after visiting the north. Of course, the Debwash issue was brought up. And there was a decision to halt the operations because all parties may be meeting on Monday to discuss what's the next step.
Only time the government seems to respond is when you what they call boots on the ground. So Concord is an interesting community. On one side of the river, it's part of Marigot, and on the other side, it's part of the Kalinago territory. So the first person who actually told me about that development was the chairman of the Marigot Village Council, who was so concerned that, he was trying to get information and there was no information coming through. That's Mighty Pastor.
Mm-hmm.
So after subsequently we have been talking, but I think to me the time has come for the Marigot Village Council to start mobilizing people in that area all the way to Concord, and those on the Kalinago chief to mobilize and we come together. And in fact, as many Dominicans as possible, because this thing is really hurting Dominicans in general. Just imagine you're driving, everybody uses that road to drive to the airport, and when you're passing, you see all this mud on the road, and they don't even clean up the place. They just leave all the mud for you to drive in. Yeah, I think the time has come for us to come together and make us go on the road and let these people know this is not going to continue. We are not going to lose an entire river for an airport, because we are right in the source of the river. It's not like what they did in some of the other areas is closer to the mouth, so maybe you can rehabilitate. If you destroy the source of the river, then you will.
And yesterday, we heard this from the Prime Minister.
What we have agreed to happen is that all of the government will have a part to play in this process: forestry, environment, physical planning, the office of the Prime Minister, the chief surveyor, among others, will meet on Monday along with the developers and contractors, and to go through the documentation, go through the issues and the concerns, and to see how in a more expedited fashion then those issues can be addressed. But the reality is, my only appeal to the general public is that we have to appreciate why this is being done. This is being done to facilitate the international airport. I will be the first to say that in the process of seeking to achieve the airport, we should not cause any harm to any other thing. But it is not the first time that we have had a quarry operation in Dominica. We've had several, and in everything you do, there'll be an impact on the environment. Whether you build a home, whether you build a school, whether you build a hospital, whether you build a road, a footpath, a retaining wall, you see, there's going to be environmental impact. But scientists will also tell you that there are ways of mitigating against the impact. There's restoration, there's conservation practices that one can employ, and sometimes the environment might be even better than it was before. So there are things that can be done to restore the environment and so forth.
All right, and of course, we heard also for the first time on the issue, we heard Mr. Kozia Frederick, the Minister of the Environment. Stay tuned, you'll hear that voice.
We're very excited to have the engagement of the developer and the contractor in putting some of the issues that the public have addressed and ensuring that everyone understand the context in which we are operating here at the Stonefield area. This area is earmarked as an area for quarrying, for extraction of material, one of the better qualified areas, and so we're encouraging everyone to understand that as part of the process in our development, we have to do some of those investments, and also extraction material is an important piece. But also we're very mindful that there are concerns about impact on the environment, there are concerns about excavations, and we want to tell the public that we do our best here to ensure that we do it within the ambits of the law, and that everyone is guided, that we have a smooth process moving forward. So in next week, we will have meeting of all of the relevant government departments again to put some clarity to the way forward. But at the end, we want to ensure that this continues, and we could have positive progress in ensuring that the project that we're highlighting, which is the international airport, can continue to grow, and we can see development in our own time.
Yes, for the first time I'm hearing the voice of Mr. Kozia Frederick, was part of the team visiting the area. Was it Wednesday? And this week? We also heard from the MP of Marigot, who was also part of that team, visiting Desbranches. Here's the comments of Mr. Anthony Charles, the MP for Marigot.
We had some concern between the two constituencies. It's shared with Honorable Kozia Frederick and I. They're quite fortunate to have two parliaments. But it's shared, and we're just under some pressure with the environment impact. So we just come together on hand on this side what's going on. So we get the feedback as the Prime Minister alluded. We're going to pause the quarry or the operation until Monday. until planning and everybody sit down and assess and make sure they get everything right to facilitate this ongoing process. Because if they do not mind the rocks and so, it will have a major cost impact. So we have to go through with the mining and make sure we get everything, dot the T's, cross the I's, make sure the environmental impact is done properly so the public will be aware and notify as we have our public consultation taking place. We have about 3 or 4 of them took place already. We have one coming up on the 6th. So we're going to inform the public and make sure everything is done right and continue the project.
So that discussion, of course, continues. The mining operation has been paused until all heads meet to discuss the issue on Monday. What we heard last week from Mr. Mata was this.
Several times to find out where is the EIA, can we see it? And you know what, Matt? The planning laws of Dominica require that if an EIA is mandated by planning for a project, a public project, it must be made available to the public for
That
review.
is right.
That's the law of Dominica. They've not been able to produce an EIA. And bear in mind that long before a report called an ESIA report is available, there are several other steps to be taken and hence documents. First of all, there has to be a request from the project. Hey, we're planning to do this project. We need planning permission. So they need to provide a preliminary description with preliminary drawings and designs that cannot surface yet to the public. Then planning says, okay, if you want to go forward with this, you have to help us get to grips with what is the potential impact of this on the people, on the economy, on the water, on the trees, on the soil, etc. You have to do an ESIA. And here are the terms of reference for doing an ESIA. So planning writes and delivers to, in this case, MMC, the terms of reference for an ESIA. Those have not surfaced anywhere. Then after that, the project select somebody to do the work. A gentleman was assigned the responsibility to do an ESIA for the airport. He's produced a report, we have been told, reliably, but that report has not surfaced. And interestingly, when we wrote to planning to ask under the laws of Dominica for access to that report, planning says they have received no such report. As a matter of fact, planning says they have not received.
So there's still a lot of confusion with that matter, huh? So suddenly you hear the voice of Mr. Kozia Frederick. It was never spoken on publicly. So what we saw was Mr. Prime Minister, Mr. Kozia Frederick, and Mr. Charles. There's a halt as we speak. Well, I have not seen it myself, but they say there's a halt on the project, and all heads will be meeting. I hope the environmental heads will be invited to that meeting, but the geologists will have concerns. Oh boy, let's listen to a few voices. Are you there, caller? Are you there?
Matt, Dominica Duvande, you have an environmental minister who is a Kalinago in the Kalinago constituency, diametrically opposed to the opinions of the Kalinago chief. You have a Marigot representative, parliamentary representative, and he sounds like everything is okay to have an environmental impact study after a project had started. Where are we now, man? Eh? As I said, devant derrière. This should never have happened. Why can't we do things right? Mr. Skerritt just believes he can bulldoze everybody. If Mr. Skerritt cannot protect our environment, get rid of him. Already he cannot properly take out our garbage. Get rid of him with the garbage and with the destruction of our environment. That election is coming. Mr. Skerritt is pretending to listen. He's pretending to listen because the election is coming.
So again, somebody suggests here the MOUs have the answers to what the local authorities and administration have been overridden. The terms and operations of project agreements are within the conditions of the MOUs. Local authorities were supposed to be part of the meeting from conception. I don't know if these guys have been invited to attend. I'm sure they'll confirm. On the telephone, hello, talk to me. Yes, good morning.
Good morning, man.
Good morning to you, sir.
Okay. Concerning this thing that is going on at Debos, listening to the Prime Minister now, listening to Mr. Kozia Frederick, who is the Minister of Environment, listening to Mr. Kozia as the Kalinago Pal Rep, after the people have come together, they have never met with the people. They have never sat down and give the people any concrete information as to what is going on. He played for all the time like he did not know what was going on up there. These people, these men, they were born with a balls God gave them, and they behaving like they don't have no use for their balls. Listening to the Pal Rep of Marigot now, those people tell those people go and rest themselves and think of what they're trying to do and believe that they are going to just walk over the people. The magnitude of project that is going on there now, only now all you can say something to the people. Who they're trying to fool? Tell them will and come again. Get their things right and behave like men with balls. And Marigot and Dominica on a whole will not accept this bullshit.
All right, caller, thank you very much. 9:31 is the morning time. These people, something else, huh? There was no planning. You heard all of them there aim to continue the project, or they aim to continue the project after this all of the math. No, I'm, of course, it's a little confusion here, but I think I got the grasp of what the person wants to say. He's saying all of them want to continue the project after all that has gone on. No discussion before with the people of Dominica. Just they doing what the hell they want. But we are going to do like the Prime Minister of St. Vincent. Wake up, my people. Wake up. I try to, of course, I have to decipher from the words that you express. What do you mean? Or what do you want to say? So that makes it a little difficult. So please try to be clear. Huh? Next week we'll, of course, bring on some geologists to explore a little more. But let's listen to this.
Dominica, you heard me right. Let me show you how close we came to losing it. So picture this. It's the late 1990s, Dominica, lush rainforest, waterfalls, amazing biodiversity. Then comes a knock on the door. It's an international mining company from Australia, or BHP. They want to dig our land for copper and gold in the Dabewash area, right in the heart of our rainforests. 12% of the land gone for copper. For a small island struggling economically, the banana industry collapsing, unemployment on the rise, this seemed like salvation. This would provide jobs, foreign exchange. This would be a new start for Dominica. But our island isn't just land. Its rivers feed our villages, the forest holds the soil together. Its ecosystem literally holds the land together. Now, we know it didn't happen because there are no copper mines, but what if it did? Would it have made Dominica better off? A 2007 study by Emmeline Harris-Charles and Carlisle Pemberton seek to answer that question. Copper mining and the environmental cost in Dominica. I read this entire paper and I'm here to tell you all about it. They didn't just count profits, they counted everything else. The non-market costs, clean water, biodiversity, the island's ecotourism image. Because once a river is poisoned or a species disappears, there is no invoice for that. When they crunched the numbers, the results were brutal. Even under conservative assumptions, the mine's net positive value minus the benefit cost was negative. In other words, the environment would pay more than the island could ever earn from the mines. And here's the crazy part. It compared Dominica's risks to what had already happened at the Okatedi mines in Papua New Guinea. In Papua, millions and tons of waste rock were dumped into rivers, killing fish, flooding villages, wiping out entire ecosystems. An environmental disaster so massive that BHP had to pull out and pay damages. Now imagine that on our tiny island where everything is connected. I don't think Dominica would be able to survive such a catastrophe. So what did the researchers find? Well, when environmental costs were left out, the mine looked profitable. But once you added environmental costs in, it collapsed. That is a trap for short-term economics. When you only measure money, everything else seems free until it's gone. Dominicans protested, conservationists called it the greatest threat since Columbus, and they won, and the company withdrew. And that decision mattered because this study proves something bigger. Protecting nature isn't anti-development. It's recognizing that environmental health is economic health. Ecotourism, sustainable agriculture, clean water, these are real investments. Copper? That's a 25-year dig followed by thousands of years of damage. So the next time someone says it's just business, ask whose business? Because in Dominica's case, this was the smartest move to leave the copper in the ground. The real treasure was never the minerals, it was the rainforest. Thank you guys for listening. This was a very interesting read. I had no idea this happened until just a few days ago when I dove into this. And I just wanted to share it because when this happened, I was a baby. And I just wanted to let other people know that this amazing thing happened and this horrible thing almost happened. So,
all right. A geologist sharing his views, huh? The potential damage. Someone said, man, I've seen no trucks this morning, so yes, there's a halt to the project. Let's find out what else.
You listen to what the guy just said. Make sure the environmental assessment impact is done properly. Is he saying that it wasn't done properly? Is he saying that planning wasn't involved from the initiation of that thing? What are they really saying? And that thing has been going on for weeks. Kozia Frederick said nothing. Why did it have to take 3 weeks for someone in the authority to go there and really look at what's going on and take a decision and listen to the people? Because it's the people that have the power. So why things have to get out of hand? What the people that go and demonstrated and make noise and protested in the area and destroy machinery? Would they wait for that to happen? I don't know. I'm not criticizing anybody. I'm just trying to be constructive. But we need to be more proactive. The word is proactive, not reactive. By now, if the Qaeda people were different, they could have gone there and burned vehicles and destroy things. You have to take the bull by the horn at the early stages. I remember once the Prime Minister said during a political campaign, if they're not doing their work, they'll be fired. PM, I would like to tell you and point out to you that you have some ministers there. God forbid, if you fall sick, the country mash up. None of them can take a decision. None of them can give an advice. None of them will go out there and meet their people and talk to them. Well, maybe a few of them will do it. But majority, they cannot and they will not do it. So if you're sick, Dominica, finish. That is how I see it. Because it looks like they're depending on you to do and see and act everything.
Let's see, we take two more phone calls before we stop with our friends here from Jolly's. Hello, talk to me. Hello. Caller, are you there? You're not there. Let's try another call. Are you there, caller? Yes?
Yes, madam, still there.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, lady.
Good morning.
But we, all of us want an airport, right? There's no problem. There's no doubt about this. But I don't think because we went on airport, we must do big things by, you know, man. I mean, I am looking at it as an outsider, that they are trying to get that thing at the branch because it's going to cut their cost. Whereas they can get it on the West Coast. It will be more costly, but it will be better for the country. So why then try to go and do something because you're trying to cut costs? And you have an alternative. We already have the rocks. But you find it making sense in your head?
No, it doesn't make any sense, please. Hello, talk to me on the telephone 449-3095-9697. Hello, yes.
Love, life, light, healing, joy, gratitude, courage, and sacrifice. Mr. Pelty, blessings to your family.
Your blessings.
Norma Dairampo, Matt, just quickly, I want to wish you all the best. More life, more health, more strength, more blessings, more healing, more courage, more wisdom. And you know all what you require to make it through this physical journey. Enjoy, do not overdo. I tried calling, but I could not get through. Matt, by what means, Clem? By what means are we going to dispose or discard of this filth? Matt, you listened to Afi, and that was what I was saying all along. And yesterday or day before, I think it was day before, when you said you would transit to the same environmental hazard the Chinese and Skerrit are causing in Debuan, the two branches. And I heard somebody sent you, I think you read something from somebody who said that the Chinese government and tell them go in the Congo and other places in Africa where military had to intervene and run Chinese from the desecration of Africa, countries in Africa. In the Congo, there was a spill of chemicals, not a river almost big like the sea. And a chemical spill from some Chinese mining, whatever they were mining for. And that going to a river and to see dead fishes and to see the people of the Congo in Africa cry out, their livelihood dead in the waters. So when people want to make excuses, I'm not saying that particular text was or WhatsApp, but Matt, the Chinese are not saints. We like to cry down on America. And America is the worst country in the world. Not true? Just a matter of time. Matt, I am saying in the absence of all, and that's what he does. Like, so I think you may have taken offense when I tell you one of these days in Mount Daniel, somebody might even lost their way. They go in on a little project and they have a backpack with their lunch or what the dinner, the breakfast, whatever. And Skerrit might just say, shoot him, and we'll question the dead body after. Why every time? Matt, I'm going to say something. Allow me a little time.
Yeah, we don't have too much time, so yeah, I'll give you 1 minute.
Yeah, Crazy T, bless your soul, told me all what that was about to happen when he was trying to convince me to follow him, and he will make Skerrit set me up. Going to Harlem Plaza in an exhibition. He told me, first of all, Skerrit is not going to come out there now blessing. Skerrit is not going to wait for all kind of red tape and all the things to do things. If I lie, I curse in the universe and let curse fall upon me. And Crazy talked to me, he was in his little red jeep. And he warned me and tell me, scare it is not. He said, United Workers' Party did not know what to hold on to power, but scare it know what it is to hold on to power. Those exact words. And all of you sit down there, fight among yourself and think it's no joke that's going on in Dominica. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Our time now is for our friends there from Jolly's Pharmacy. Stick around.
We cater for everyone, Jolly's for you. The immune system, Jolly's for you. Yo, Dominic is about part of box. Whenever I'm in town and I'm feeling down, I head to Jolly's Pharmacy. They boost me up real quick. Jolly's Pharmacy, leading the way in healthcare.
Jolly's Pharmacy is bringing vibes to health with Health Vibes. Each and every Wednesday from 10 to 11:30 a.m. with your hosts Trudy Kristen and co-hosts pharmacists Jacinta Fagan and Leona Jeremiah. Education, information, and a bit of humor, and not forgetting lots of vibes. Jolly's Pharmacy is bringing health and vibes together with Health Vibes. So be sure to tune in each and every Wednesday on Q95 from 10 to 11:30 a.m. Jolly's Pharmacy, leading the way in health.
To you. Good morning.
Good morning, Dominica and our many listeners. Welcome back to Jolly's Market, your weekly health and wellness corner powered by Jolly's Pharmacy. And Wednesday's episode of Health Vibes, we were able to tackle a topic that remains critically important and not just globally, but right here in Dominica, and that is HIV and AIDS. With December 1st being observed as World AIDS Day, it's a perfect time to reflect on this topic and educate ourselves and empower the community through knowledge and, of course, early action. For 2025, the global theme for World AIDS Days was Empower, Support, and End the Stigma. And this is a bold reminder that ending the HIV epidemic requires not only medical solutions, but also compassion, understanding, and a stigma-free society. So on Wednesday, they were able to break down the topic and really discuss what exactly HIV is. And of course, that stands for Human Immunodeficiency Virus. And what it does is attack the immune system, especially the CD4 cells, which makes the body vulnerable to infection. And then this over time will lead to AIDS, which is the acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. Right? And so that is basically an advanced stage of HIV. And so not everyone with HIV will develop AIDS. And that is because in today's world, we have a variety of treatments that are available. So with proper medication, people can live with HIV and can live long, healthy, and full lives. Of course, we are urging for early testing and treatment. And the virus can then become undetectable, meaning that it will no longer be sexually transmitted. With proper medication, that is the goal. And so during the show, they were able to emphasize knowing how HIV is spread, and that is to help end that stigma. So of course, it can be spread through unprotected sexual contact, whether that be vaginal, anal, and to a lesser extent, oral sex, the sharing of needles or syringes, from mother to children, and that can be through pregnancy, childbirth, or even breastfeeding, and through a contaminated blood transfusion, right? Which is rare because there are some strict screenings that are done before you can get a blood transfusion, but it is something that can be possible. And so the ways that we can end the stigma is one, knowing how it can be spread, as well as identifying ways that or myths that are said that this is how it's transmitted, but is actually not. And of course, casual contact, such as hugging and shaking hands, it won't be spread like that, or sharing food or drinks, sweat, tears, urine, or saliva. And of course, using the same toilet, shower, anything like that, or even mosquitoes. These are not ways that you can get HIV. So we can move these myths aside, allowing us to move through the world more freely and, of course, with a peace of mind. Now, there are some tips that were mentioned during Health Vibes on how to protect yourself, and that is, of course, practice safer sex, utilizing condoms, which is our barrier for these types of STIs and infections. Right? Get tested regularly. It's important to know your status, and we're encouraging others to get tested. A group of us have gotten tested at our local HIV unit, right? And of course, if you feel like you might have been exposed or might be at risk of exposure, there are medications that are available, and there is PrEP for pre-exposure, and there is PEP or PEP, which is for emergency treatment if you feel like you are exposed within 72 hours. This is when you would utilize PEP, right? Avoid using or sharing needles, whether it's for drugs, piercings, or tattoos. Please ensure that you're sterilizing the equipment before so. And if you are pregnant, please sure to test yourself of HIV, as it could be transmitted to your baby during your pregnancy. Now, we have an HIV center in Dominica, and it's located behind Whitchurch's Wholesale, right? Along the same lane or on the same side as Bloombox, and in between Bloombox and DHL. So if you're on that road, it is going to be like a side lane within there. And there's this sign. So you're going to see the sign of the DPPA, or the Dominica Planned Parenthood, and it's up those steps, but on the other side, right? And that's our HIV center. If you want to get tested, this is where you can do so for free. They also offer a variety of services, such as counseling, right? Screening and therapy if you were to need any of these. So we urge you to take control of your health and go to this center, get tested, know your status, as this is how we're going to protect ourselves and each other, right? Now, HIV is not a death sentence, and it doesn't define anyone, but stigma can cause lives. So we at Jolly's Pharmacy would just want to urge everyone to empower yourself with the tools and education and support, of course, to live a healthy life. And I will now lead us on to our product of the week. Of course, it is getting merry and bright here at Jolly's Pharmacy. And if you're looking for the perfect toy that can be both fun and educational, this week we're featuring toys that can help your little one grow smarter while they play. Right? And so we're looking at toys that can help your hand-eye coordination, motor skills, and help the children learn early. And it's all sort of rolled up into one. So the first toy that we're looking at is the classic Montessori 10-hole coin box. And so this is a timeless toy. It's a toy that we've seen over and over throughout the generations. But to explain it, just for those who might not be able to picture what I'm describing here, it's like a coin box. So it's a box with the different shapes, and you get to put the blocks into the shape. So it helps them with coordinating your hands, your eyes and your hands with the blocks, and placing it into the holes, and then identifying shapes. And so this toy will help with problem solving and coordination. It will also be a great way to have them spend their time. Of course, we want to try to move away as much as possible from getting the little ones with the digital devices, tablets, TVs. So this is a toy that they can really be hands-on with, and it retails for $34.95. The next toy that I'll be mentioning today is the Intelligence Car, and it's ideal for children 18 months and older. This interactive toy also helps toddlers develop hand and eye coordination, cognitive skills, and curiosity. Watch your little one's mind light up as they move and sort and explore, learning and finding fun combinations, and a gift that keeps on giving. So if you're choosing toys. Let's try to choose toys that help stimulate the brain, giving the child a head start in school and in life. Toys that can teach while they play can help boost early learning, improve problem solving, and strengthen motor skills. Right? Remember that children learn best when they explore and ask questions and enjoy the process at their own pace. So let's take this opportunity with the holidays to gift this perfect gift to your little one. Of course, these brain boosting toys are available at our Jolly's Wholesale, which is now the Jolly's Toy Store here in Roseau. Toys are also available at JP Mega in Fonkole and at our Portsmouth branch. So you can stop by today and pick up the Montessori 10 whole coin box as well as the intelligence car. And it is available. And I'd like to take a short break before we move into what's new at Jolly's Pharmacy.
Feeling mistakes. I had the intentions to call it sick, but I end up in Jolly's Pharmacy. And don't think I treat Jolly's system, my immune system. Me feeling fit and strong, now I'm ready to work on any mission. If you see me pocket, Jolly's Pharmacy is number one, Jolly's pocket. We cater for everyone, Jolly's pocket. It's the immune system, Jolly's pocket. Yo, Dominic, it's about part of box. Whenever I'm in town and I'm feeling down, I head to Jolly's Pharmacy, then boost me up real quick. Jolly's Pharmacy, leading the way in healthcare.
Oh, and if they say convenience can make a big difference, then you can trust me. I know just where you should be. That is JP Mega. The one-stop shopping, nigga. You could be shopping and having fun. If you're not happy, feel so sharp. It's a to everyone. What a happy place. Oh, JP Mega. The one-stop shopping, nigga. You could be shopping and having fun. It's a to everyone. What a happy place. Oh, what a happy place. But just pick some more any item and you automatically qualify for a discount. Check us out at the Mega Store in Fonkole, where there's lots of parking on Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. On Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Sundays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. JP Mega, the best family shopping experience.
All right, let's get back to Miss Joseph.
All right, and we have something big to celebrate. Of course, we are bringing a year to a close, and this, of course, was our 45th anniversary. And we were proud to celebrate this anniversary in July with our shoppers and to our valued customers, right? And to say thank you in true Jolly's fashion, we are going to be rolling out a new Christmas promotion today, and it's sure to guarantee your season to be merry and bright. And it's called 45 Years, 4,500 Reasons to Celebrate. And that is right. When you shop at any of our Jolly's Pharmacy locations this Christmas, if you spend $100 or more, you get a chance to win our grand prize, and that is $4,500 cash. Now, imagine that. Again, I'm saying the value $4,500 right in time for the new year. Whether you want to spoil your kids, refresh your home, handle a few bills, kick off your January with a little cushion. As we know, January seems to be the longest month of all in the entire year. So if you start off that year with a little cushion, that's always a better way to start. So again, here's how you enter. First, you shop at any of our Jolly's Pharmacy locations, spend $100 or more. We will be delivering the boxes to receive the receipts today. So, of course, if you have shopped within the month of December and you have your receipt, a lot of us like to hoard our receipts. Here is where it will benefit you if you were to do so. You can enter your name, your number, and address at the back of your receipt and place it into the box, right? So, again, it's not a long process. It's not a hassle. Once you shop, right there, you write your name, number, and address at the back of your receipt, and you can place it in the box. This promotion will be going on for the month of December, and we will announce the winner the first week of January, right? So
This is our Christmas promotion. Again, it's called 45 Years, 4,500 Reasons to Celebrate. And we have the shelves stocked up with everything you need for Christmas, such as household items, your favorite skincare, hair care products, toys, and more. If you're looking for gifts for yourself or your loved ones, you can come on down and shop, get to that $100, and earn a chance to win $4,500. And so our Christmas celebrations don't stop there. Of course, we have our annual Megaland events. And our first one is this weekend, this Saturday, tomorrow in Portsmouth. We will be starting off the fun in the north. Of course, our Megaland always has the bouncing castles, face painting, games. You will also be able to experience a new experience that we're launching this Megaland. So of course we have surprises in store for the kids. So we want to urge the parents, the schools, inform the children. Let's come out and have a good time this Christmas with Jolly's Pharmacy. So it starts at 2 p.m. and ends at 6 p.m. We have local vendors such as Sweet Tooth Treats who will be there, and Douglas Ice Cream who will be able to provide some lovely snacks and treats for you. We also have food and drinks available. So come and spend with us and have a great time this Christmas. Of course, we can't just have one Megaland. We also have our Christmas Megaland for JP Mega, and that will be held next week, Saturday, right? And of course, the same fun, bouncing castle, games, food, drinks, prizes. And so that will be JP Mega's Megaland will be December 13th. That's next week, Saturday, from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Same time, same action, same fun. So we're doubling the Christmas spirit this year. And again, tomorrow's Megaland is in Portsmouth, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. So you can come out and celebrate with us and have a good time. We want to thank everyone for tuning in and listening to today's Jolly's Market. Of course, if you have any questions about what I spoke about today or would like to just touch base with Jolly's Pharmacy, want to know the price of an item, you can give us a call at 448-3388. Message us on Facebook or Instagram. We're also on X, formerly known as Twitter, so you can follow us there. And of course, you can reach out if you would like to just double check a pharmaceutical or you'd like to price your pharmaceuticals. You can do that directly through our pharmacy email, and that's pharmacy@jollysonline.com. Okay. We urge not to send those types of pharmaceutical, like your doctor's notes, to our Instagram pages or our Facebook pages. It's best to do that directly to the pharmacy, and you can state in your email which location you'd like to pick it up, so that it makes it easier for our farm techs. Okay, so thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have a great weekend.
I wish you the same.
Thank you. And if you're in Portsmouth, see you tomorrow at Megaland.
Thank you.
This morning feeling risky. I had been patient to call it sick, but I end up in Jolly's Pharmacy. And down in the street, Jolly's fix up my immune system. Me feeling fit and strong, now I'm ready to work. I pick on any mission. If you see me again, Jolly's Pharmacy is number one. Jolly's again. We cater for everyone. Jolly's again. Boost up the immune system. Jolly's again. Yo, Dominica is the boy father box. Whenever I'm in town and I'm feeling down, I head to Jolly's Pharmacy. They boost me up real quick. Jolly's Pharmacy, leading the way in healthcare.
Tune in every morning for The Hot Seat on Q95, the latest happening events, breaking stories, and behind-the-scenes in-depth investigative reports. Stay locked for more fair and balanced talk on The Hot Seat on Q95, the big station.
A few people recommended this song this morning. JD, tout vent derrière. We're doing things back to France.
Well, boy, I bet
and I'm angry too. At you, my people, my very people, acting like you don't have a clue. At every juncture and situation, you always seem to make the wrong choice. And when you reap the seeds that you sow, you move on in and making noise. And like a cycle over and over, that's not how you refuse to love. Well, this front to front mentality really calls for concern. Too bad, yeah. Boy, we moving too bad, yeah. Is it that we give up out there? Or do we figure the end is near? So we don't care, too bad, yeah. The whole country do bad, yeah. Like we stuck in a reverse gear. So we moving too bad, yeah. 20 years a man in a chair. Boy, we moving too bad, yeah. Still the country facing despair. Boy, we moving over there. We need change and the signs are clear. But we moving over there. So what the hell is still doing here? Boy, we moving over there. Cause every time we corner his rear, and he knows that his end is near. Another jacker keeping in here, taking us back to the world, yeah. A senior counsel, an audit process, a security minister, a chief of police, an chief electoral commissioner, and all them square pegs in them round holes all over every ministry. The traitor speaker and puppet parents in our house making mac and queen. Me hungry neighbor still shouting labor. Well, one thing in common this year, they fulfilling one man legacy while the country do bad, yeah. Do bad, yeah. We moving do bad, yeah. Is it that we give up out there? Or do we figure the end is near? So we don't care, do bad, yeah. The whole country do bad, yeah. Like we stuck in a reverse gear. So we moving do bad, yeah. We money build the mansion, I swear. Yes, we moving over there, yeah. We still paying for rent and care. Boy, we moving over there, yeah. Although get house and think it is theirs. Well, we moving over there, yeah. Stand up and talk if you have no fear. Boy, we moving over there, yeah. Cause every time election is near, man, we could feel a change in the air. What money make all we disappear. So we still moving over there, yeah. See that number, a snap election, a so-called reset. If you a buy up, he may take pie. He playing long jump with our reforms, and you don't need to wonder why. We are Interpol, and all agencies line up, waiting on his exit. To let him control the passport money, like it's cash in his back pocket. So when your servant becomes your master in the high office, then it's clear that the country has security. And we're moving to Badaya. To Badaya. Boy, we're moving to Badaya. Is it that we give up out here? Or do we figure the end is near? So we don't care. To Badaya. The whole country to Badaya. Like we stuck in a reverse gear. So we're moving to Badaya. Ask around the tongue you will hear that we moving over there. The right side, shame and declare. We moving over there.
It's 10 and 7.
we must be.
Good morning on the telephone. Are you there? Yes. Hello.
Morning, Mr. Pelton.
Morning to you, sir.
Matt, I want to give a contribution. I have invested some money in that area up there, Debois, in tourism, fishing waterfall. It's a cascading and it have a pool at the top. So I know about the area. But what I want to tell the Prime Minister, I think I've been telling him that for a long while. Why don't he speak like the other caller who called before me there? Sit and speak with the people. Get a team of environment people when you're doing those projects. Take your time and program it. Don't just come today and want to start today. Plan. Put plan at 2 years, as you heard Mr. Giran speak to you yesterday. And find out which is the best location you can put the crusher. Even you have to take stones from there, but you're not going to destroy the whole entire environment. Where you can get the stones, which is easier, like at the front, because there was a company in the 80s that fixed the runway in Marigot they called Beavers. I think they take the stones from that bridge. They never destroy the environment. They just blast a big stone, a big rock that was over the bridge. And they bring it on, the crusher was on the site in Menville Hall. People are aware of that because they're from Marigot. You had another company, I think, not Meloteno, it's another one that put a crusher right down in number 6, down on the flat, lower down, way down. And they would haul stuff from a lot of different places. Now, when you look at Marigot from Debois coming up, when you look at Marigot from Debois coming up, all along the roadside, Concord, Stonefield, have a lot of loose stones, big stones, all on the flat by them Georges there. Stones are not going to really damage the environment because you will never get all the material in one area. I think the Prime Minister needs to think over. He have a problem with even the former Prime Minister, Honorable Edison Green, that was telling him, well, you should go and speak to Mr. James, maybe moving him at night or put a home so that the dynamite don't disturb him. But you know the sad thing with the government, the Prime Minister especially, he have a few callers and they're giving him a certain advice which is not healthy for him and the country. And that's the weakness. The people that vote for him and he have to listen to them. So I would advise him, put the crusher somewhere else. You have a lot of land in London there. I've said that already. On that north there, you will never get all the materials you want. You have the West Coast, you build a badge port at Cabana. Everybody know what I'm speaking about. Is when you run down the straight road in Cabana, going down to Cabana, right in the junction there. And it haven't got rocks there, it haven't got stones there. It's sand, and it have some deep parts as you go out in the sea. Because you're going to still need to pull big metal from Roseau. And the time you're going to spend with a truck carrying 6 long metal, you can put it on a badge and you can use some West Coast material. My advice to him, right above that livestock in London there, that is state land, it haven't got no residential there, inside, above, at the back. You drive in and you go way above the livestock. Everybody between West and Marigot know that. It's not going to disturb nobody, not in the water catchment. And you pull those rocks. Even the new road they're going to repair coming down from North End, you have a big rock hanging over the road. When the company come there, they must blast that. And you're not going to waste the material. So my advice to him, that is one of the things. And he needs to listen. He cannot have two-pack. Two-pack. Nobody votes for. And just come on the radio and blasting down people. You have to learn to work with the environment people so that the country can move on. I like his style, you know. But you know what? He don't listen and you want to do everything one time. It's the same problem you had in Wesley with the people at their home. Those are things you have to plan for 2 years, you know, before you start the project. You know. Pay everybody, bill everybody else. As Steve Benjamin always telling him, open the back road. You're going to do a project like that in Marigot. You have to open the road from how you call it, at Angel there. Down there and you open that road to go up all in Monkey Hill. That road can take you all on the 4 road. You open the road below by the hospital there from Samscott. Unless you don't do those things, you're going to have confusion. The village is going to cry you down.
All right, caller, thank you. Thank you. Our next stop is with Belfast. Let's take a voice note there and then we'll move on there this morning. This is The hot seat. Stick around. Yes? You said?
To say something. Matt, the impact studies should have been done prior. The people should have been brought to a meeting. There should have been consultations prior to that devastation in Debwash. Matt, why is it that they have a quarry in Qualiho with so many stones? If they're concerned, if they want stones, why is it that they could not have taken the stones from where they are established quarries and boat it across to the bay in Marigot or wherever, so that they could supply the airport that no one has seen any billboards or no studies or nothing. No one knows that they're really building an airport, but we take it, we go by their word, they're building an airport. I heard this guy talking about the cost. So, Charles, are you telling me that the cost to destroy our mountains, to dry up our watersheds, to destroy our rivers is a lesser cost than taking the stones from the quarry in Qualiho or elsewhere and shipping it to the Marigot area, to the airport site? Is that what you're telling me? Your brains have to be back to front in your head for you to even talk about cost. And what do you know about cost? People are concerned about the dangers of that devastation in Debwash, how it is going to impact Dominica, our landscape, our forest, or what have you. And you're talking about cost? Matt, that's temporary pause on the weekend. I don't possibly see how they could get anything done. It should not be. The people should take action into their hands and put a permanent stop on that disemboweling of our mountain in Debwash. It should not be, they should not come right now and think that they still have control to put a temporary pause on it and then restart. The people should make up their mind that those equipments that are disemboweling and destroying our rivers, they should permanently stop working. They should not work. Because I don't see any black man or group who would be able to go in China and do that. The Chinese should be put to flight. Likewise, the ignoble men, the corrupt men, the group that we say we have in office at the helm of the country, that Dominica should have really aborted. This bunch of immature parliamentary buffoons called ministers, advisors, and all the enablers with the heads of governments. Dominica should have aborted these people because they don't worth anything. They don't worth the salt. You have a whole set of ballsless guys, emasculated men following the prime minister like women. Women even have more masculine fortitude than those useless guys who only wait for one Skerrit speak for them to say something. Kozia Frederick, I'm so disappointed in that guy. He calls himself Minister of Environment. Minister of Environment, and you sat there and look at that devastation. Do you even pass through the Debwash area? Why are you not outraged? You should be outraged. More people should come out and speak up. More people should be enraged. They should get to the point where they should physically stop that project. They should put those oppressors to flight. It's time we stand up and behave like this is our country and we are the first-class citizens of our country and we have a right to protect our country as bona fide Dominicans. When are we going to stand up to that kleptocratic regime, a government that have recklessly destroyed all ethical pillars of government institutions in Dominica so that they can get their way to enrich themselves?
All right, and let's, of course, listen to the Prime Minister, who says It's a halt right now, so the project is on halt, and all the forces, the necessary interest groups will meet there on Monday to see how it goes forward. Let's listen to the voices there of the Prime Minister, Mr. Kosi Frederick, and of course the MP of Marigot. Stick around.
What we have agreed to happen is that all of the government will have a part to play in this process: forestry, environment, physical planning. The office of the Prime Minister, the Chief Surveyor, among others, will meet on Monday along with the developers and contractors, and to go through the documentation, go through the issues and the concerns, and to see how in a more expedited fashion then those issues can be addressed. But the reality is, my only appeal to the general public is that we have to appreciate why this is being done. This is being done to facilitate international airport. I will be the first to say that in the process of seeking to achieve the airport, we should not cause any harm to any other thing. But it is not the first time that we have had a quarry operation in Dominica. We've had several. And in everything you do, there'll be an impact on the environment. Whether you're building a home, whether you're building a school, whether you're building a hospital, whether you're building a road, a footpath, a retaining wall, you see, there's going to be environmental impact. But scientists will also tell you that there are ways of mitigating against the impact. There's restoration, there's conservation practices that one can employ. And sometimes the environment might be even better than it was before. So there are things that can be done to restore the environment and so forth.
We're very excited to have the engagement of the developer and the contractor in putting some of the issues that the public have at rest and ensuring that everyone understand the context in which we are operating here at the Stonefield area. This area is earmarked as an area for quarrying, for extraction of material, one of the better qualified areas. And so we're encouraging everyone to understand that as part of the process in our development, we have to do some of those investments, and also extraction material is an important piece. But also we're very mindful that there are concerns about impact on the environment, there are concerns about excavations. And we want to tell the public that we do our best here to ensure that we do it within the ambits of the law and that everyone is guided, that we have a smooth process moving forward. So in the following next week, we will have meeting of all of the relevant government departments again to put some clarity to the way forward. But at the end, we want to ensure that this continues, and we could have positive progress in ensuring that the project that we're highlighting, which is the international airport, can continue to grow, and we can see development in our own time.
We was had some concern between the two constituencies. It's shared with Honorable Kosi Frederick and I. They're quite fortunate to have two parliaments, but it's shared, and we're just under some pressure with the environment impact. So we just come together on hand on this side what's going on. So we get the feedback as the Prime Minister alluded. We're going to pause the quarry or the operation until Monday, until planning and everybody sit down and assess and make sure they get everything right to facilitate this ongoing process. Because if they do not mind the rocks and so, it have a major cost impact. So we have to go through with the mining and make sure we get everything, dot the T's, cross the I's, and make sure the environmental impact is done properly, so the public will be aware and notified as we have our public consultation taking place. We have about 3 or 4 of them took place already. We have one coming up on the 6th. So we're gonna inform the public and make sure everything is done right and continue the project.
Tune in every morning for The Hot Seat on Q95, the latest happening event, breaking stories, and behind-the-scenes in-depth investigative reports. Stay on for more fair and balanced talk on The Hot Seat on Q95, the big station.
We'll continue sometime later, okay? I would stop now with our friends from Belfast. Stick around.
If you know quality, then you must know the manufacturers of Dominica's finest rums. Belfast Estate Limited, over 80 years leading the industry with exceptional standards and formidable customer service. We present the manufacturers of BB Rum, Soca Rum, Red Cap Rum, Cask Rum, and the signature Belfast Estate Rum Punch. With island-wide distribution daily, Belfast Estate Limited has cemented its mark as the distributor of choice for products like Eldorado range of rums and creams, Kubali Bear, Corona Bear, Guinness, Root Boy drink, and of course, Sunblast juices, Thomas Snacks, Vitamalt, and Pine Hill juices. Call the office at 440-7032 or visit the distribution outlet at Jimmy Dominica. Follow on Facebook or Instagram at Belfast Estate. Belfast Estate Limited, your leading manufacturer and distributor of rums in Dominica.
They're smooth. And then there's Guinness Smooth. It's a brand new cool. Incredibly smooth. Perfectly balanced. For a smooth and refreshing taste. How smooth? Well smooth. Guinness Smooth. For a smooth and refreshing taste. New Guinness Smooth. Must be 18 years or older. Drink responsibly. Socialize responsibly.
Locally distributed by Belfast Estate Limited.
When you come in the jam, you should have a baby in your hand. When you come in the band, you should have a baby in your hand. What we drinking? BBB style. BBB nice. BBB style. BBB nice. BBB style. BBB nice. BBB style. BBB nice. BB Spice Rum. It's more than just a rum. BB Spice Rum, distributed by Belfast Estate. Drink this up in the night. Bring your cooler.
Every time Christmas coming, oh Lord, man, I remember cleaning.
The big deals there, Belfast.
Because you see when I turn on
Christmas is here, huh?
and I hear a Christmas song, all my cleaning is interrupted.
So let's say
Feeling, I want it more than I'm cleaning. I'm tearing my feeling. I'm tearing my Christmas feeling. I'm getting it more than I'm feeling. Cause you got me in my feeling. I'm tearing my Christmas feeling. And you got me in my feeling. Because I love Christmas coming. Yes, you got me in my feeling. I'm tearing my Christmas feeling. Cause you got me in my feeling.
good morning to you, Belfast. How are you doing this morning? I missed you. We missed you last week. Everything good?
Yes, good morning. Good morning. I'm doing good.
All right.
Welcome to another episode of Belfast in 30. This is the only show where we sip, we lime, and we bring the vibes straight from Belfast Estate, your home for good drinks, good deals, and good energy. And today, Belfast Estate will be outside Esmat Yard for the final time with our Kubali draft beer. 3 for 10. Ask me where you can get a better deal like that.
3 for 10.
3 for 10. You cannot get a better deal than that.
That's right.
We will have
Outside Esmat.
outside Esmat from 1 to 8 p.m. Final draft, our last free kegs. 3 for 10. Come out, support, come and enjoy the vibes. We're going to have DJ Epic there and our staff member Irvin on the mic as well. So come on and enjoy the vibes. 3 for 10. 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. We're stopping at 8 p.m. on the dot. And we also have our rum specials going on for the whole of Christmas. We have our wine bundle where you're getting a red, a rosé, and a sweet white. All of them is sweet wine for $45. So right now we have one of our staff members on the road. With the bundles, we only have 30. They only went to 30 on the truck. So if you want a wine bundle, I'll give the number in the end. And then we also have our Eldorado 15-year, which is $115 as the Christmas price, and our Eldorado 12-year, which is $80 premium rum at a premium price. And this rum sale is running for the whole of Christmas, so you are safe. You can come down to Jimmy, or you can get it with one of our salesmen.
And you got me in my feeling because I love Christmas coming. Yeah, you got me in my feeling. Christmas coming, it's coming.
quality, then you must know Jamaica's finest rums. Belfast Estate Limited. Over 80 years leading the industry with exceptional standards and formidable customer service. We present the manufacturers of BB Rum, Soca Rum, Red Cap Rum, Cask Rum, and the signature Belfast Estate Rum Punch. With island-wide distribution daily, Belfast Estate Limited has cemented its mark as the distributor of choice for products like Eldorado range of rums and creams, Kubali Bear, Corona Bear, Guinness, Root Boy drink, and of course, Sunblast juices, Toppers snacks, Vitamalt, and Pine Hill juices. Call the office at 440-7032 or visit the distribution outlet at Jimmy Dominica. Follow on Facebook or Instagram at Belfast Estate. Belfast Estate Limited, your leading manufacturer and distributor of rums in Dominica.
They're smooth. And then there's Guinness Smooth. It's a brand new cool. Incredibly smooth. Perfectly balanced. For a smooth and refreshing taste. How smooth? Well smooth. Guinness Smooth. For a smooth and refreshing taste. New Guinness Smooth. Must be 18 years or older. Drink responsibly. Socialize responsibly.
Locally distributed by Belfast Estate Limited.
Energy, strength, vitality. The drink that gives us strength for the extra mile. Vitamalt, smooth, delicious, refreshing, and healthy. Taste it. Rich in vitamin B. Vitamalt, the magical source of energy you know and love. Drink it. Boy, that's nicely. I love my Vitamalt there. Vitamalt, vitalized naturally. Distributed by Belfast Estate Limited.
Bring your cooler. Bring your cooler. If they rule number one all over. Make ready in Dominica. Right here. BB nice. BB nice. BB nice. BB nice. When you come in the jam, you should have a baby in your hand. When you come in the band, you should have a baby in your hand. What we drinking? BB style. BB nice. BB style. BB nice. BB style. BB style. BB Spice Rum.
Back to you.
Yes. So we have our wine bundles on the road today. So if you want to get a chance to buy it, you can call 245-1645, 245-1645 to find out where they be the bundles, if you want them to bring it to you or if you want to go buy them and
Repeat
get
the
it.
number again.
245-1645. And we also have a Holly Jolly trio where you get a rum punch, a Soca rum, and a BB Spice for only $60. So now it's my favorite time of our episode where I give you a cocktail mix with one of our Belfast products. So today's cocktail is called Belfast Sunset Punch, a refreshing fruity cocktail with a smooth rum finish. So you're going to need 2 ounces of Belfast rum punch, 1 ounce of orange juice, 1 ounce of pineapple juice, half an ounce of lime juice, and a splash of grenadine. Ice and an orange slice or cherry garnish if you want. So how to make it? You're going to fill a shaker or glass with ice, add Belfast rum punch, an orange juice, pineapple, and lime juice. Shake or stir until chill, pour into a glass and drizzle with a little grenadine. It will settle and give a perfect sunset effect. And garnish that with a slice of orange or cherry if you have. So I go in and repeat it again. You're going to need 2 ounces of Belfast rum punch, 1 ounce of orange juice, 1 ounce of pineapple juice, half an ounce of lime juice, and a splash of grenadine, ice, and orange slice or cherry for garnish. So how to make it? You fill your shaker with a glass of ice. You add your rum punch, orange juice, pineapple juice, and lime juice. Shake or stir until chilled. Pour into a glass and drizzle a little grenadine. It will settle and give the perfect sunset effect. Garnish with an orange slice or cherry if you have.
All right, Dominica, this is, of course, our stop. And we'll, of course, in a minute, we'll give you the favorite bars you need to go to find all the drinks you need from Belfast.
Life of the party again. Don't be restricted by those nagging coughs and colds. Take Farrell today.
Maybe I will begin a farm. You will get a real ginger beer. Forget it.
Brand's Bar, Transfer, Deborah's Bar, Massa, One Pot Container Bar, Rosa, Rose on the Highway. Davos Bar, Rosa. Good morning to you, Davo. Man's Bar, Woodbridge Bay, MP's Shop, Massa, Brigadier's Bar, Haybush, and Jaw Drop Hotspot in Maho. Lots of love going to the bars that keep Belfast brands flowing all week. Just a reminder that Belfast will be outside of Met this afternoon from 2, right?
Yes, from 1.
From 1 o'clock.
1 to 8.
I was skipping 1 hour. Then.
Yeah. And we'll also be in Marigot with a Blue Magic sampling at Big Shop. So you can,
what time is that?
We'll be there from 3 o'clock.
We have a busy weekend.
Yes. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Belfast in 30. See you next week, Friday.
Thank you.
We don't have no trouble. So how was it to get to me? I don't know. And we don't have no reindeer in my country. So tell me how was it to ever get here to me? Why are you coming?
Bring your cooler. Bring your cooler. Bring breakfast for your chest. For your chest, we be room number 1 all over. Number 1. Make ready in Dominica. Right here. Baby nice. Baby nice. Baby nice. Baby nice. Baby nice. When you come in the jam, you should have a baby in your hand. When you come in the band, you should have a baby in your hand. What we drinking? DBB style. DBB nice. DBB style. DBB nice. DBB style. DBB nice. DBB style. DBB nice. BB Spice Rum. It's more than just a rum.
BB Spice Rum, distributed by Belfast Estate. Drink responsibly.
It's Kaiso. Yes, the Calypso season is upon us. Saturday, December 13, 2025 at the Factory, Valley Road. Only $20. 8 o'clock, seating only $30. Come here, the beginning of the season. And make sure you're there till the end. Many Calypsonians will be competing. Only 12 gladiators will make it. The grand eliminations for the 2026 Calypso season. Saturday, 13 December 2025. Remember, 8 o'clock at the Factory. Come here, the funny songs, the serious songs, political songs, everything. Bring your family, bring your friends, bring your dog and come. Kaiso. It's Kaiso. Yes, the Calypso season is upon us. Saturday, December 13, 2025 at the factory, Valley Road. Only $20. 8 o'clock, seating only $30. Come here, the beginning of the season. And make sure you're there till the end. Many Calypsonians will be competing. Only 12 gladiators will make it. The grand eliminations for the 2026 Calypso season. Saturday, 13 December 2025. Remember, 8 o'clock at the factory. Come here, the funny songs, the serious songs, political songs, everything. Bring your family, bring your friends, bring your dog, and come. Kaiso.
Tune in every morning for The Hot Seat on Q95, the latest happening events, breaking stories, behind the scenes, in-depth investigative reports. Stay locked for more.
Our next stop, Creole Hatbit, will continue in the afternoon, 1 o'clock.
And we don't have surrender my country. So tell me how will Santa ever get here to me? And in my country that we don't have no snow. So how will Santa get to me? I don't know. Oh, Santa, are you coming? Santa, are you coming? You will get a basket full of rum. Because maybe I will begin a bomb. You will get a real ginger beer. Don't forget the black pudding down there. Around the corner, while the children praying for Santa to come. Run, go tell your neighbor, how you so excited for Santa to come. But still I don't know how he will get down here. He'll have to come by sea or maybe by air. Somebody has to build him a cargo way. So Santa can get here to me by today. Papa Moses, Santa, you coming? You will get a basket full of rum. Maybe a whole pig in a bomb. You could get a real large ginger beer. Don't forget the black pudding down there. Why are you? Santa, why you there? Why you there? Are you coming? You coming? And in my country that we don't have no snow. So how will Santa get to me? I don't know. And we don't have no reindeer in my country. So tell me how will Santa ever get here to me? Why are you? Santa, are you coming? Santa, are you coming? You coming? Santa, you will get a basket full of rum. Maybe a whole pig in a bomb. You will get a real ginger beer. Don't forget the black pudding up there. Why are you? Santa, are you coming? You will get a basket full of rum. Maybe a whole pig in a bomb. You will get a real ginger beer. Merry Christmas, baby. only had one wish. I know it would be just this. I would wish you next to me, lying under the Christmas tree, and we would stay forever. The season to get love, and you're the one I'm thinking of. To give our love, my love to, baby, there's no one but you, and we gotta keep it together. 'Cause we've been making love like and we've been making love like oh, Santa Claus don't come today. I know it'll be okay, 'cause I got no chimney anyway, and all I want is my Christmas memory of you and me in harmony. Oh, we ain't got no sleigh bells ringing. No, nobody interrupting. You'll never know this girl is like, 'cause tonight I'm gonna make you mine. I gotta be with you for all time. 'Cause we've been making love like this Christmas night. And we've been making love like it's the Christmas memory of the year when you and me.